Hello and welcome to Don Bosco Vibes on Radio Maria, your sunny voice. My name's Victoire Chilufia. So I'm not alone in the studios. I'm joined by the Vibes. So due to the popular demand from our dear listeners, today we'll be looking at suicide. This is one of the topics under mental health. So before we go to the first question, everyone looks happy until you have a deeper conversation with them. To start with, what is suicide?
I don't think it has a best definition, but the ending part is just killing yourself. Yeah, so suicide is the act of intentionally causing one's own death.
Okay, so what causes suicidal thoughts?
Well, I think one is the feeling of hopelessness. When you start feeling like there's no meaning to life. Your problems have got no solution. Whatever you've done in life is meaningless. That's where people tend to take their own life, because they feel like there's no meaning to living. You've invested so much into your business, you found a loss. We've heard people taking their lives because they failed exams. So that feeling of helplessness, the idea of not finding a solution leads to suicide.
What should you do if someone tells you they are thinking of committing suicide?
Well, I think suicide, isn't an easy topic to talk about and let alone discuss. Especially if somebody, comes up to you and say they're suicidal. But it is incredibly important that we talk about it and get our loved ones the help they need. And I think if somebody would walk up to me and say that, the first thing is I have to make sure that they know that I'm listening to them. Listening is very important. At times somebody can come to you with problems, not only wanting a solution, but just to let out their problems to you. It's a weight lifted off their shoulder if that they just talk to you about it. And you are just there listening to them, and you just have to assure them that you are listening. And another thing as well is assure that person that they have my support. Most of the time people who are suicidal, they don't feel loved enough. So you must assure them that you are there for them, you love them, and you are ready to lend a help, whatever it takes. They must feel they must have that feeling of belonging, that I belong somewhere. Okay, I have this problem, that this person took his or her time to listen to me, and I think if I am passing this through these problems, this person might be ready to help because of the time that you have sacrificed. And if I'm not in a position to help, or if I don't really have information on how that person can get help, I can also direct them to specialists. And I think this time around we have a lot of people who have done psychosocial counseling. Suicide is not. I know there are people who take it as spiritual, but it's also a disorder. It's an illness. Somebody might have anxiety attacks. Whenever they sit, they're just afraid from nowhere to get out of that burden. Let me just kill myself. So you direct them to people who can help them, specialists. So even clinics, small clinics, like for example Paulini Clinic has got people who've done psychosocial counseling. You must make sure that people get help who have suicidal thoughts. And one tragedy about suicide is we take it seriously when somebody has lost their lives. When they come up to us and say, me, I feel like I don't have a reason to live. You'll be just there joking about it. You don't know. You're always happy. Why would you want to take your own life?
When you have suicidal thoughts, I think it's best you seek for advice immediately, because those things, when you forget about them, you might think as though you've forgotten about them, but I think they're spiritual, because they keep on piling themselves. That is why maybe we think Or aspire just for a simple, it wasn't maybe really simple. Maybe things have been happening and that person has been masking up the emotions. Yeah, so that's what usually happens. That is why we see people killing themselves maybe on something simple, something you can able to solve. Yeah, so even I think ask for advice, seek for advice immediately when something happens, or talk to someone. It's important to talk to people because these are mental things. It's not every time like someone would not say, oh, Elizabeth is passing through this. No, you can't predict by looking at someone because those are mental tortures. Yeah, so it's best something small has happened to you, it's disturbing you. Seek for advice, talk to someone. Yeah, because these things power themselves until it becomes a serious case. Yeah.
Somebody trying to take their life, it doesn't start from there, from the act. You know, like you'd hear people say, you know, I've attempted, you know, a number of times to kill myself, but I haven't succeeded. You know, the moment you hear that, just keep them close, because there will be a time they will succeed. You know, and that's a problem with suicide. It doesn't start there and then, you know. And these are type of people who are not forgetful. They don't forget. You know, they might forget their wins, but their problems they will not forget. At times, if something happens, they'll just feel like it's deja vu. They'll be like, why is this happening to me? You know. And with this social media life we are living now, everyone is successful on social media. You know, when you check everybody's account, they've all been to Harvard, they've been to Oxford, they're all successful. But here I am, Edward, struggling, you know, just to, you know, get money for lotion. And then I just view my friend's status and I'm like, this guy is looking good. This guy is having fun every weekend. This guy has money and stuff. I'll be like, okay, I think life isn't for me, you know. I've tried a lot, you know. I've sent applications everywhere, but I'm not picked, you know. So they take these small elements of life seriously, you know. They take these small failures seriously, and they feel like, okay, there's no one who can help me. It's best I, you know, just take my life.
So our last words before we end the show.
We cannot help everyone, but everyone can help someone, you know. So just take it upon yourself. Check up on your family members, check up on your friend, you know. And to those people who are thinking of suicide, you know, when you take your own life, you die once, you know. But the people who remain behind, those people who love you, they will die 1,000 times thinking about why you took your own life. So let's, you know, be alert.
Prayer is also a key to certain issues like suicide issues that are happening in Zambia. Yeah, I think we can put an end if we come together, counseling, prayer, talk to someone. Yeah, I think we can end it by doing that.
Everyone is happy not until you have a deep conversation with them. So I would want to urge families out there, let's show love to one another. Let's talk to each other. Let's bring out issues that we feel are affecting us and they are disturbing our mental health, so that we are at a solution to end up suicide or reducing the number of suicides in our country, Zambia. Let's love one another.
So remember that you are not alone in this, but Don Bosco Vibes is here to help you find a solution, to help you find somebody that you can be able to talk to face, or maybe you need somebody to talk to over the phone, or maybe you want somebody that you want to talk to physically. So remember that we are here for you, and don't feel alone, and no need for you to commit suicide. So until we meet again, have a blessed afternoon.